Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be doing a live stream for a little bit here, probably doing a live stream for about roughly an hour or so, just really kind of looking at the charts and interacting with you guys that are going to be jumping into the stream here soon. I know that everyone is very excited over on Twitter. There's been a ton of mentions of XRP, XLM as well. Because as you guys do see, XLM is also having a great move today, almost hitting almost 15 cents in the 15-minute time frame. It has been very exciting to watch. So let's go and check out the 15-minute on XLM. Like I said, moving very closely to XRP, which we did expect. Listen, one of the biggest things I mentioned on this channel is that if you are holding XRP, it does not hurt to hold XLM as well. Everyone around this space is always like, well, dude, why would I hold XRP if I'm holding XLM, or vice versa? And it's just like, it makes zero sense to me, because XRP is more so B2B, XLM is more so P2P. But nonetheless, welcome in everybody into the stream. There's about 88 people jumping in here. Welcome all in. It is about almost midnight. Probably will be live streaming until about roughly 1 a.m. Guys, the market is waking up. I've been looking at XRP trading, as you guys probably just heard that. It's been breaking some sense, which is very exciting. Let me mute the sound real quick, because I know that was probably extremely loud. So I do apologize. I forgot how to mute the sound, but nonetheless, when we really kind of look at what's been happening around XRP, I mean, it's been massive. I mean, it's doing 1 million XRP trades in the past minute. Like, this is insane. So 1 million XRP is being traded per minute right now. And recently over on Twitter, I did post about roughly 2 million XRP was being traded. Some people were looking at it and seeing 3 million. It is absolutely wild. As we do look at what's happening around this space right now, seems as though the stage is set and everybody's looking at XRP and XLM, and it's wild. Let me make sure I can. Let me get the chat open over here. That way I can really see everybody and really kind of talk to you guys. So we see XRP to the moon, XRP to the moon. Let's go, XRP fam. By Solo People, Germany, ready, bags are packed, waiting for the moon. Hey, welcome from Germany by Casper. Yeah, Casper is definitely one as well. Yo, what's going on, everyone? Very exciting. Love your videos, man. Hey, I appreciate you. XRP, here we go, fam. Cheers. Good day, mate, from Australia. Welcome from Australia. Shout out from Australia. Hey, welcome, my Aussie fans. XRP, XLM, and QNT are the trinity of crypto. I would argue XRP, XLM, and XDC, with, of course, QNT connecting them to the real world. Love to see it. Let's hope it breaks $1. Yeah, honestly, with XRP, major target is 92 cents. Once we break that and flip it, then it is all eyes on $1 plus. So we do have a little bit of ways to go. When Lambo, yeah, I know the loud, like, that sound is very loud. Yeah, honestly, it got me too. Let me edit that in the sound settings. Let me mute Google, because I know that is very loud. So I do apologize. Let me go to the volume mixer for you. So let me mute that. I do apologize about that, guys. It was it was uncalled for. Waiting for the correction soon to buy back. Yeah, I've been really kind of looking at XRP recently, and you know what's crazy about this is that it's been holding up so far. One of the biggest things I've been looking at is the lows. We have this low over here. We have a higher low created here. And now, you know, we're having a little bit of a breakout above local resistance. So if this thing could break 92 cents, it is going to go to $1 plus. We've been targeting $1 plus for a little bit of time now on XRP. The chart looks pretty solid. Unless we do lose some of these lows, like, I would argue if we broke roughly, I would say 70 cents. If we broke below 70 cents, we would be looking to see 66 cents in the short term. And then if that is lost, then we will be looking at about 56 cents. I said that roughly 52 to 56 cents could be targeted on XRP still. It is not out of the question. We still have to watch XRP closely. Although we are still very, very bullish on XRP, we still have to be cautious here. Welcome from Canada. Let me see. To the moon, Lambo, laugh out loud. People calm down, it's only a small pump. Hey, listen, This is still very good because we are breaking above local resistance. We were waiting for this to be broken. So we are still watching closely. I think that we should still, you know, like I said, be calm, be patient, and kind of collect ourselves. Don't get too excited. Nice job, Nick. Appreciate your vids. Hey, I appreciate you. Bring the triple X threat, XRP, XLM, and XDC. Peace, brother. Hi from New Zealand. Hey, welcome in, Mark. Took me all year to get 10K XRP, then all in on Casper. What's causing the current pump? Honestly, just buying demand. Listen, when we go over here to XRP, like, look how much XRP is being traded per minute. Over 1 million XRP is being traded per minute. And you can see where most of it's going. It's to the US. US demand has been extremely large in the recent week. Hi everyone, XDC. Yeah, XDC is also very exciting, guys. 82 cents on Fiat Leak. Yeah, Fiat Leak has been wild to watch. We are causing the pump. The sentiment, yeah, the sentiment has definitely changed. Listen, I think that the narrative around XRP has changed dramatically. I think with the recent move around the lawsuit, I even said it over on Twitter. You know, one of the biggest things around Twitter was the fact that all of the Bitcoiners and the Ethereum holders came out of nowhere and started hating on XRP immediately. Like, could you imagine we get this lawsuit, right? And it hurts the entire industry. Then all of a sudden the company goes to bat, spends $200 million fighting the lawsuit for 2.5 years. They win, essentially, clearing XRP as a currency, which is very beneficial for the entire space. And all of a sudden everyone starts hating on it. Like, what's going on with that? I think we all know what's going on with that. They are fearful of what XRP is and what it's going to become. This is just the start. Listen, I've said it. A retest will most likely happen. Okay? A retest will most likely happen. We are not out of the woods yet. But the best part about all of this is that nothing is holding us back. The best part about XRP, this is the thing, right? Let's go back to the weekly chart. Let's look at this for a second. So one thing that I've been talking about, sorry, I apologize. I just hit my watch off of my desk, but nonetheless, as we do look at XRP, this thing has been going sideways for about 2,000 plus days. 2,000 plus days under pressure, waiting for it to create a new all-time high. And a lot of people, most of the people out there around crypto, have come to the conclusion that XRP will never make a new all-time high. It's wild. And see, when I see the sentiment around XRP being, oh, no new all-time high, that's when I start thinking, when this does break out into a new all-time high, I wonder what's going to happen. FOMO. FOMO is what will happen. That's why I even said it all year, right? Going all the way back to even the beginning of this year and even going back to 2022, I said, accumulate the trends. When we're just going sideways like this, accumulate that, because when we have these big moves to the upside, that's usually when retail wants to buy. And it's wild, right? Like it's so clear to me why retail loses. They never want to buy when these tokens are cheap. They want to buy when we get the big moves in the market. It's psychological, sorry. Like, it's all psychology around investors. It's the number one reason why we have winners and losers around these markets. Those that can see the moves before the moves happen are the ones that will be extremely successful. Those that are buying the moves while the moves are happening, those are the ones that will lose out. It's a big problem. Deaton predicts FOMO at $2. Yeah, I could see it. Listen, I think a lot of people are waiting for the previous high to be broken. Thanks, Gary. Charles Gasparino. Yeah, Charles Gasparino. Guys, I've been talking about Charles Gasparino all week. We've been making fun of him. We've been clowning him. I mean, this guy must have been, he must have been loading up on shorts on XRP or something. Or maybe he's just like an Ethereum maxi. Who knows? Hey, Nick from Australia. Thanks for all your updates. Let's go. XRP. Yep. Let's see. When there's blood in the streets, buy. Yeah, 100%. Move out of New York. What are you doing in New York? Nixie, I thought I was going to achieve another evening first like for you and your research. Haha, I just entered your stream. Nice. Hey, Daryl, welcome into the chat. I've been seeing you on almost all of my videos. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate your support. You know, a lot of you that are here in this chat today, whether you guys are new or not, I truly do appreciate all of you for stopping by and taking the time out, because, you know, without you guys, this channel would be nothing. It really wouldn't be. And that's why, you know, I personally love connecting with all of you, and it does get harder as the channel does grow. I mean, it's a love-hate relationship essentially with the channel growing, because, you know, initially speaking, I used to be able to connect with a lot of you a lot easier. Now that the channel has grown significantly, which again, I thank you all, it's a lot harder. So, you know, that's why I want to do these live streams a little bit more often, because it allows me to talk to you guys and connect with you and answer your questions in the chat. Hey, brother, Andy from Australia. Welcome in. It seems as though Australia is the big area right now. A lot of you are from Australia in the chat. Welcome in. We have Diamond Duck here, Damien, Andy, Legendary, Dexplorer. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. There's so many of you guys. Glad to be here. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Hey, thank you, Sophia. XRP is pumping. Yeah, I mean, listen, when we really kind of look at the moves being made on XRP and even XLM, you know, one thing that I want to talk about is that this is all short term. You know, one thing that I want you guys to realize is that what we are seeing today is not what we will see a week from now, a month from now, or even a year from now. As we continue to look at adoption of crypto and we look at the life cycle of crypto, I strongly believe that crypto is a $100 trillion asset class. The problem is that how long will it take to get to that point? We don't know. The best part about mass adoption is that it's not here yet. So everyone that is here, that is looking at these assets, that is, you know, studying, researching, buying up the dips, you are in before like 99% of the general public. And I truly say this, like, there is such a small percentage of people out there that are actually looking into crypto or even buying utility tokens. Like, there's a lot of people in crypto, but the utility is not being bought up. Most of them are buying Dogecoin or Shiba Inu or, you know, some other garbage coin. Hi, Nick. Is FedNow live tomorrow? Apparently the 20th, right? So we have to wait and see what happens with it. It could very well be, you know, sell the news event, if you will. I don't think that it's going to have a significant impact on XRP initially. Do I think that they will utilize XRP? Well, there's a hell of a lot of connections to FedNow with Ripple and XRP, so I would not be surprised if XRP did have some exposure to the FedNow system. Let me see, XLM going hard right now. Yeah, XLM and even XRP. I mean, it's exciting to watch both of these. This is why I said, like, you know, if you can't afford XRP, it doesn't hurt to load up on XLM, because both of these tokens are incredible. I mean, there's so many documents around both of these. And I've even said, like, if you can, make sure to hold both of these in your portfolio. It does not hurt to have both of these in your portfolio. I hold XRP, XLM, XDC, QNT, Algorand, Nexera, Casper, HBAR. I hold quite a bit of these utility tokens, and I'm betting on them, you know, long term. I think that a lot of these assets in the space could very well be $1 trillion assets. You know, there's somebody, I just had a conversation actually, and they were asking me about stocks. They were like, do you hold Amazon? Do you hold Microsoft? Do you hold Google? And I'm like, why would I be buying up these company stocks? Like, take a step back real quick and think about this logically. Why would I buy Amazon stock when Amazon will most likely be utilizing blockchain technology in the future? I would rather invest in the infrastructure that these companies are going to utilize than the company itself. Because think about some of these companies. They have, you know, $1 trillion market caps. Imagine what the underlying technology will be worth. Imagine that, right? So let me see. Ledger is better than Exchange. Yeah, Ledger, I would hold all my crypto on a Ledger or even a DCENT wallet. Trust me, like, it's 100%, you have to cold storage your crypto. FedNow got nothing to do with XRP. You will be quite disappointed once again. Listen, it's not so much about FedNow changing the price of XRP or even utilizing XRP or anything like that. The idea of FedNow is that it's the starting point for these faster payment systems to go live. FedNow is an accelerant for the new system, and we already know that Ripple is tied to this new system closely. Whether or not you want to believe it or not, that's totally fine. Ripple has had connections with the IMF, the BIS, I mean, you name it, for years and years and years. So to me personally, Ripple is deeply tied in to the elites, and the elites are pushing this new system. So as we look at the FedNow system, it is an accelerant to what's coming. And over the course of the next couple of years, like I said, we are in before mass adoption has even taken place. We are in before institutions are even here in big ways. So just wait, be patient. And I'm telling you right now, over the course of the next couple of years, it is going to be very, very exciting. So let me see, Nick, any insight into the US debt clock now having dollars to crypto category? Not really. I mean, listen, as we really kind of look at crypto, we know that it's going to essentially be deeply tied to, the financial system. We see the BIS experimenting with QT with the Bank of England. We know that a lot of these tokens are changing the way that value is moved, settled, and even created through tokenization. So I think that being an added category is nothing really too crazy. I think, again, as we really kind of take a step back, we got to look at where the internet was initially. We got to look at where, all these major disruptive innovations were, and then all of a sudden that all at once, they became a big thing. When we look at crypto, when we look at blockchain and tokenization, all of these big innovations are going to take some time to be massively adopted in, but this is back-end technology. So as we look at the back-end infrastructure of these new payment systems and the new payment rails, or even tokenization as a service, you're not going to see it. I have this conversation at least once a week with people. They're like, mass adoption is when I'm using XRP to pay for groceries, right? No, absolutely not. Mass adoption is people utilizing crypto without even realizing it. And you know what's funny? Citibank has a great document on this. The document literally says what I said word for word. Back end infrastructure technology, where it has no user interface. You're utilizing these networks. You're utilizing the token without even realizing it. When you have, we'll say, all right, we'll look at it like this. You have an institution tied to RippleNet, right? That institution doesn't even see the token. They don't even touch the token. That's the best part about this, right? These are the rails. These are the infrastructure, payment means, if you will, of tomorrow. So as we really kind of look at what's happening, when we look at the evolution of our global monetary system, we are at the starting point. I keep telling people, around this case and what happened with this case, everyone's like, why isn't XRP trading at $1? Why isn't XRP trading at this price? And it's just it's wild when you look at it like that, and then you realize this is why retail misses the big boom. This is why so many people missed out on the internet and the big boom around the internet. Many people are they're so blinded by the short term that they forget to even realize what the long term could have in store for them. When we look at crypto today, let's go over to CoinMarketCap real quick. Crypto today is sitting at a $1.21 trillion market cap. Okay? There is stocks out there worth $1 trillion to $3 trillion in market cap. These are companies that are not providing any major solutions. They're providing a product for consumers. So when you look at some of these tokens, let's just look at Hedera for an example, right? Hedera is literally helping use cases thrive within select industries. They're helping companies that have billions to trillions of dollars in market cap, see the efficiencies of digitalizing their workflows, streamlining the efficiencies. I mean, this is the technology of the future. We're sitting at a $1.21 trillion market cap. We are so damn early. Not enough people realize where we are at on this journey. we're at the starting point. You know, let it be known that when we look at XRP at 80 cents, or even at $1, or even at $2, or even at the all-time high, it is just the starting point for what's to come. Hi, Nick. I'm a big fan. Always enjoy hearing you and your in-depth take on XRP. Thanks. Hey, I appreciate that. Welcome into the stream. Everyone, 542 viewers in the stream. Welcome in. I appreciate all of you for stopping by and taking the time out to listen in, check out the stream. If you guys haven't already, definitely hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that like button if you guys have been enjoying the stream so far. Hey, fan. Hey, welcome, Natasha. All of you here who hold XRP are already very wealthy people. You just need to believe it because it's going to happen. And you know what? That is, Leonardo, that is a perfect way of really describing it, right? So many people can't look past the short term. They can't see what the future could have in store for them. I mean, I've done hours and hours and hours of research on some of these tokens to realize like where we are at. Like this journey, I mean, come on, guys. Like, look at where crypto was back in 2010. Look at where crypto is now. I mean, we really haven't, besides market cap and besides price, this space is still extremely early. There's not proper regulations around the space. There's no big institutions. It's a big misconception around the space that, oh, institutions are already in, institutions are buying up these coins. They're not, right? Like, the institutions are not yet in the game. Hell, even retail right now, retail's practically not even here. I've seen so many people talking about, Pepe and the meme coins and like, oh, look at, retail must be back. Meme coins are skyrocketing. When I look at meme coins and when I look at retail, I don't really correlate the two. I think that, if retail really was here, these meme coins wouldn't be hitting, $1 billion in market cap. They would be hitting like $40 billion in market cap like Dogecoin or Shiba Inu, closely did, right? So as we do look at the space, first off, meme coins are a perfect example of us being early, right? They're still like these coins are useless. They're hitting billion-dollar market caps. Like, let's be real, we're so early in this game, and unless you want to realize that in and really kind of think for the future around this space and become a visionary of where this technology could really lead us, you're just not going to make it. And I hate to be that guy, the bearer of bad news, but when you look at some of these documents, when you look at what Citi's talking about, or when you look at what BlackRock is saying, or some of these large institutions, you could tell that we're on the right side of history. We just need to be patient. We just need to wait. It's truly something special to talk about crypto to people that don't hold crypto. That's when you really like realize how blinded the retail sector is. Because I talk to these people, man. I laugh because it's kind of comical because I talk to them about crypto and I try to describe to them what's happening. And it's the number one reason why I say like CBDCs will happen, because nobody really realizes what CBDCs are. They don't understand CBDCs. Nobody understands these tokens. Like, I talk to them about XRP and I'm like, XRP is changing the way value is moved and settled. Cross-border payments are like, what is cross-border payments? Like, it's really that bad. Like, I think that the retail sector is extremely blinded by media. There's not enough educational content out there around crypto. Not enough people are realizing the value behind this technology. They're blinded by Bitcoin, or they're blinded by the meme coins, and they just think that crypto is this made up money. Oh, like, I'll just make my money and get out of it. Like, I don't think that they realize that the fractional reserve banking system has been the fakest money since the dawn of time. The Federal Reserve has completely destroyed our economy. Even going all the way back to the inception of the Fed. Go look at the value of the dollar ever since the inception of the Fed. I guarantee you that you could see the straight line down. So as we look at fake money, if we look at broken money, fiat currency and our monetary system is proof of just how broken our financial system is and how, fake money actually is as well. Money technically isn't what people think it is. Money is, it's a tool. It really is a tool. You could utilize money in great ways, but you could also utilize money in dumb ways. And most of the general public uses it in dumb ways. I see it a lot from, younger generations. They go out and they get a job at a factory. They start making, 40 grand a year. They go out and buy a $50,000 car. They don't, and a lot of it is our educational system. So even when we look at crypto, yeah, there's not enough people in crypto. There's not enough people really looking at the fourth industrial revolution. There's not enough people, researching what DLT and blockchain technology really is. They're just blinded by the cover story. They're just blinded by the, Dogecoin and the Shiba Inu and, oh, look at Bitcoin, right? So it's very, very simple to understand just why, mass adoption won't be people utilizing this technology. Like, they're not going to be utilizing XRP to make payments. They're just not. What they will be doing is they'll be utilizing the infrastructure on platforms that they're already utilizing, meaning their bank accounts or, sending money through their bank or PayPal or something like that. The actual rails, the infrastructure is what's going to change. And they're not going to see it. They're not even going to realize it. 65-year-old male from Kentucky, been investing in crypto since February of 2021. First crypto to invest in was XRP. Invested all of my stimulus checks into XRP. Love to hear it, man. Welcome in, JD. Let's get it. Damn, I'm showing first like after all. Damn sweet. Welcome in, Daryl. Great live stream, my friend. Question, Nick, what are your current thoughts on the Asian market with their use of XRP and Ripple? So the Asian market has been a big area for Ripple for a while. I mean, going all the way back to, I want to say like 2019, maybe even a little bit earlier. They have been expanding into the Asian countries for a very, very long time. And it's because of their adoption of crypto. They're extremely pro crypto. They love crypto. And even the UAE as well, the UK, I mean, outside of the US, Ripple has become a force to be reckoned with, especially in the Asian market. People these days are taught to be consumers. Yeah, they really are. And you know what? Consumers is, they're the people that make the world go round. They really are. It's greed. It's all greed, right? Like, everyone is motivated by the shiniest objects out there. It's something wild, right? When you jump into crypto and you just realize how broken the system is, then you could really understand just how broken society is. Everyone wants the newest and the flashiest things, and they don't care about going into debt, right? And there's good and bad debt. I've talked about it many times on this channel. I can go out and get a $70,000 car loan just to look flashy for people. And for people who I don't even care what they think, but to me, it feeds my ego. Or I can go out and get a loan for real estate, for an example, buy a house, and then when that house appreciates, I could borrow against it, tax-free from the bank, and utilize that to go out and get another property. As long as I could afford the monthly payments and I'm making money on that real estate, it is good debt. But most people can't look at, debt in a good or bad way. They only see, well, I can leverage it and I can go buy the car that I want. I can go look flashy for all my friends that don't care about what I look like. Let me see. 2030 price, who knows? Nobody be more than it's worth now, though. Yeah, nobody really knows what the price of these assets will be worth. Also, by the way, Ripple Rich Nivaldi, I hope that I'm saying that name right. Thank you for the $2. I appreciate you for being a part of the live stream. Robert Driscoll, $2. Good work. Keep it going. Hey, thank you to everyone out there that is still a part of this live stream. And thank you to Ripple Rich and also Robert for the $2. I appreciate you guys more than you guys can know. You're one of the few channels I've whittled down to, Nick. Great content. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate you. Let me see. I got into crypto in 2021, was immediately drawn to XRP for reasons I have no idea. Best I can say is I was led by a higher power. XRP is the chosen one. See you all on the moon. Yeah. You know, XRP for the longest time has been one of those assets that I just cannot look past, right? It's one of those assets that I just know. I know for a fact that I'm on the right train. I'm on it at the right time as well. And I know for a fact that as we really kind of look at some of these tokens, I do think that they've been chosen. I think XRP is one of those tokens. Good Dad, Poor Dad could be required reading at school, but then it would shift the status quo. Yeah, it's a great book. Honestly, it's a great book. It's a great read. It's one that I read early on, and it's definitely an incredible read. Value added as well. Nick is wise beyond his years. Hey, I appreciate that. XDC will take the world by storm 100%. As we really kind of look at XDC, you know, one thing that I will say, I strongly believe that trade finance is one of the most overlooked markets. It's a $19 trillion market with, I think it's 1.7 trillion now, a $1.7 trillion technology gap that needs to be filled. Hey, JD, thank you for the $2 donation. Wherever you're at in this beautiful world, hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you for being a part of the live stream. I've been trying to get my family into XRP, but they say they don't understand it. Even after I've explained it, I'm telling you right now, Earl, nobody really understands the space. They really don't. Unless you are doing your research, you really don't. One small step for man, one giant leap for crypto. XRP to the moon. Yeah, 100%. Nick, see you at the XRP Gold Coast, Australia 2024. Maybe. We'll see. Commercial office loans collapsing and pull an entire real estate market down. Yeah, probably. The $10 from Margaret Hogan. Hey, I appreciate that more than you can know. I'm telling you. Thank you for everyone stopping by. Listen, for anybody out there that is thinking of donating to the channel, first off, I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate that. But please take your hard-earned money and go out and, you know, jump into crypto. You know, utilize that money for better purposes. Trust me, guys. Like, you know, I love that you guys appreciate the channel this much for donating and stuff like that. But please go out and buy, you know, and invest that money. Invest that money, please. You don't need to be sending me money or anything like that. I would rather watch you guys go out and invest it into, you know, some of these undervalued gems. I know that's not a lot of money, but still, you know, it means a lot to me. Let me see. Nick, do you think XRP will be used for FedNow? I think that it will have some type of exposure to FedNow. I've talked about this with Volante and ACI. There's a few other ones as well. There's a lot of great projects out there that are cloud-based technology that are tied to Ripple. They're tied to Ripple, so it's pretty big. Ray, I'm going to butcher that last name. I'm just going to say Ray. Member for 5 months, supporter. I appreciate that. Again, trust me, guys. You know, go out and I'm telling you, just you don't need to invest in the channel at all. You know, you guys just being here is plenty. Let me see. There's so much that I'm missing. I'm so sorry. There's so many people in the chat. It's crazy. XRP design for 10K. Hey, great hearing you live. Hey, thank you, Steve. Value Added, who is the author? When are you talking about Rich Dad Poor Dad, Oliver? Nick, when is your birthday? Like June? Maybe not. Who knows? Your content has been amazing. Thank you, Steve. So Rich Dad Poor Dad is written by Robert Kiyosaki. He has a great, there's so many people that upload his clips over on YouTube. There's a lot of videos that are in depth from a lot of his seminars you can listen to. There's a lot of great content out there if you don't want to read his book. But Rich Dad Poor Dad is one that I read early on. I was reading a lot of books back in, I want to say 2020, actually, when I had a lot more time on my hands. And Rich Dad Poor Dad was one that I was introduced to actually by a friend, and I read it. And ever since then, I watched a few of Robert Kiyosaki's seminars. A lot of people were also, they were kind of listening to him, Dan Pena, and a few other great individuals as well. But definitely look into Rich Dad Poor Dad if you haven't already. Hit that like to give some momentum. Hey, yeah, definitely hit that like button if you guys haven't already. The Poor Gamble in Crypto. Hi there, Nick. I got a bag of XRP in the Trust wallet. Should I get it off of there? I really look at whenever I look into these hot wallets like Trust Wallet. I really just look at Ledger and DCENT Wallet. I look at them being, a lot better. They're a lot more secure. I always hated hot wallets because they are extremely vulnerable to hacks. So I would more so look into Ledger or DCENT Wallet. Let me see. What did you mean by value added? Was that another book? No. Value added just in terms of like, there's so much value in the book. There's so much value in terms of his seminars and stuff like that. Amazing Nick, has been a pleasure to hear all of your information about XRP. I've learned so much. Hey, I appreciate that, Shane. Blockchain backer unloading XRP around $7 to $9. Yeah, I've been looking at like the $5 to $10 range. 5 to like 7 is what I'm really kind of looking at. I think that we will see a pretty big drawback in the market eventually here soon once regulations come, and then from there we will be able to buy like a generational bottom around crypto. Credible Crypto has been pretty on par with this as well. He's been talking about, we'll have this wave 5 that will surprise a lot of people, and then what we will see is very similar to like the .com bubble burst. Nick, I missed the last XRP all-time high bull run and waited long 5 years for this incoming bull run. I'm very unsure as far as what would be the reasonable / practical price point for selling my XRPs this time. Well, not financial advice, of course, but like I said, $5 to $7 is what I'm really kind of targeting. I think that it could run up to about roughly $10 to $15, but you got to remember that, a lot of these tokens will see a 90% drawback. Even with utility and stuff like that, there will still be a major drawback before utility goes fully live. We still have not seen mass utility adoption just yet, but we will see it. It's going to take some time, but long term on some of these assets, I strongly believe that these are going to be much higher priced assets in the future, because as utility goes live, as institutions start jumping in on the space, they're going to also bring trillions of dollars with them. So let's look at it like this, right? There was a document that I found. It was from, I want to say, the IMF, or it might have been the BIS, and they were talking about derivatives. That market is worth $1.2 quadrillion. What they want to do is tokenize it on chain. $1.2 quadrillion. So the future around the space, we can't really even put a valuation on it. We can't, you really can't predict it. You really can't, because there's so much money out there that is just unaccountable for. And all of that could easily be put on chain through tokenization. But like I said, it's going to take some time. As we look at the time frame on it, I would argue, like, listen, the next decade, so the next 10 years around this space is going to be very exciting from a utility perspective, right? So as we look at the utility around the space, you really can't put a value on it. Like I said, you have companies hitting $1 to $3 trillion in market cap. So if these companies go live utilizing this technology, what will the technology be worth? Think about it like that, right? Like, we don't know how much this technology could be worth. It could be worth $1 trillion. It could be worth $10 trillion. We have no idea. But this space, like I said, I have my target set on long-term crypto being worth $100 trillion. Because there's just so much money out there that is being disrupted by tokenization. I mean, hell, even global real estate. Global real estate is a $300 trillion asset class. So think about that, right? a $300 trillion asset class that is being disrupted by tokenization because of fractionalization. So you could have like a $10 million apartment complex, and instead of you selling that $10 million apartment building to one person, you could sell portions of it to multiple individuals. That's what fractionalization is doing. It's opening the door for smaller players to be able to jump in on real estate. So it's a $300 trillion asset class right now. I truly wonder how much, money tokenization will open up for some of these asset classes. And I really do think that some of them, like real estate, for example, will be one of the first markets to really see a lot of the adoption from tokenization. Just like trade finance, right? Like trade finance is being tokenized. A lot of like the paper document industries are being tokenized as well through a few players. And I've talked about Zinfin. I mean, XDC. Keep a close eye out on XDC. All the money. Yeah, the idea around all the money, right, is I don't think that one asset like XRP is going to grasp all the money. I think it's going to be dispersed between a few select assets, and I think that a lot of them, it's like XRP, XLM, right? Both of these two assets are ones that I'm heavily focused on, because I strongly believe that XLM is built for P2P and XRP is more so for B2B. That's how I look at these two. So as we really kind of look at the space, like there's not going to be one to rule all. It's going to be a major collaboration between a few assets that are going to be utilized. So again, you can look at it as however you want, but to me, I think that there's a few players in the space that are going to be crucial. And XRP and XLM are two that I've been hyper focused on, especially ever since I read in the IMF documents and the World Bank documents. They always mention Ripple and Stellar. XRP and XLM are also mentioned. There's not a lot of other assets even mentioned on some of those documents. Updated XRP top 10% holding list would be nice. Yeah, I haven't really looked at the top 10% holding list at all ever since like 2021, if I'm being honest with you. I know the last time that I seen it, like the top 1% was like maybe like I want to say like 4,000 or something like that. It was wild. People will believe in whatever functions the best, whether they know it's just printed up or not. Doesn't matter much, to be honest. Not too sure what you mean by that, if I'm being completely honest with you. True goal is to get to 5,000. Sorry, 5,000 XRP. Yeah, 5,000 XRP is a great start. I always say, like, make sure to stack as much as you possibly can afford, because as we look at some of these assets like XRP, I think more is better always. Even like Casper, right? Like I've been accumulating Casper heavily, but no matter how much Casper I hold, I will never have enough. It's like it's a big problem around crypto. I even say it around like QNT, right? Like as much as I can possibly hold, it's never going to be enough. Only need 5k XRP to be on page 1 of XRP rich list. Yeah, it really is wild. It's wild on how much XRP gets you on the first page of the XRP rich list. And it really proves it proves the idea that, like, listen, if XRP went up to X price, not everyone will be rich. Only a certain percentage of people will be rich. Like I've seen a big argument around XRP going to like $10. They were like, it's not going to be that easy for everyone to get rich. Like not everyone will be rich. It's such a small percentage of the general public. Can't wait till QNT takes off. Blue chip. Yeah, QNT is also a giant in the making. I think long term QNT is kind of right on par with Bitcoin, if you will, in terms of like price potential. Love QNT, but it's hard to stack. It definitely is. It's a lot more expensive than some of these other assets. Definitely in the top 10. That right. XRP, XLM, XDC, and quite HBAR will run the money around the world. Yeah, there's a few players. I also think that Casper is definitely is one to look at. Like Casper is a giant. I really do think that Casper is a giant in the making. I've been stacking Casper for so long. I've been talking about Casper since I want to say October of 2021, and that's when I've been stacking it ever since. I bought at full transparency on Casper. There's some buys that I'm still under the water on, but most of my buys just recently have made up all of those buys that I've had at the top. Casper, nothing compared to XRP Ledger. Well, I think that they're both completely different in what they're going after, right? Like when I look at Casper, um, I look at Casper kind of on par with what, Hedera's kind of doing, but it's a little bit different. Like Casper with the upgradable smart contracts, it's a game changer for enterprises and businesses to utilize because, say for so you're a business and you're using, I don't know, we'll say just XRP Ledger in this case, right? So you're a business and all of a sudden you need more, right? The smart contract is not enough. Instead of you starting another or utilizing another smart contract or anything, you could have upgradable smart contracts. Upgradable smart contracts allows you to be future proof around your business model or whatever use case you were building on, which is very beneficial from a business or enterprise perspective. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of people overlook when it comes to Casper is that upgradable smart contract use case. It's a huge game changer. It's a huge game changer. And I've been stacking Casper as if it's going to, $1, just simple, right? It's like a simple target. I believe that it will go much higher than $1. I've talked about this as well, but I stack it as if it's only going to $1 because it allows me to have a lot more Casper when the time comes. That way, when I do sell at $1 and I take my profit, I have a ton of Casper on the sidelines, just waiting for those higher price targets. And if they do, realize in the short term, then hey, I'm very excited. Long term, I look at Casper as if, it's going to possibly $10 because the market cap on $10 is right around $100 billion of market cap, which is something I could see being realized in the long term, especially as more enterprises and businesses jump on board. It's one that I've been, hyper focused on in terms of enterprise adoption. So let's take a look real quick at Fiat Leak. Let's see what's happening over here. So still about roughly 3 million. I just seen 3 million XRP traded in 1 minute. It seems as though it's like right around, well, I just seen 4 million now. So quite a bit of XRP is being bought up and traded. Very, very exciting to see. What's the let me see what the volume is 24-hour. So XRP sitting at about roughly 3.2, almost $3.3 billion in 24-hour trade volume. XLM sitting at about roughly 265.6 million. Nothing too crazy there, but hey, it's still up about almost 9% on the 24-hour. It seems as though XRP and XLM are the top 24-hour gainers, or two of the top like 5, if you will. Same with HBAR. HBAR is in the top 5 as well. XDC just missing it slightly, top 6, which is great to see as well. Silent Giant, thank you for the $5. I've been researching the tokenization of the global repo market in the quadrillions. However high you think XRP price will climb to, you have no idea. Yeah, again, as we look at tokenization, we even look at digitalization, people don't realize, they really don't realize how big this market will become. Like we're seeing like I see so many people talking about like trillions of dollars. Like they talk about like, oh, this market's going up to like, $1, 2, 3, 4, $5 trillion in market cap. It's like, this is drops of water in a bucket compared to where we will be at in 5 or 10 years from now. So it's wild to me. Just saw XRP glitch to $53.27. Wild. Don't know where that was, but I didn't see it. People think in a speculative early stage crypto market with no utility. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, listen, regulations seem to be, getting streamlined right now. I even said it over on Twitter. I was like, if we look at what happened after the case, I mean, everything after the case was right on par with global regulatory structure. Even the FSB with the BIS and the IMF, they're working on a global regulatory framework right now around crypto and a global stablecoin. Guess what's mentioned as a global stablecoin in IMF documents? XRP and XLM. I mean, these two, like, you seriously can't make it up. Like, these two are tied to the elites. They're tied to the new system. Many people can't look past what is happening in the short term. They're only focused on what's happening right now. They're not focused on what's happening in 5 or 10 years down the road, where XRP could very well be a multi-trillion-dollar asset. They don't care. But nonetheless, as we look at what's happening right now over here on the charts, So it seems as though XLM is seems like XRP is lagging behind XLM. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but it looks like XRP is lagging a little bit behind XLM. Very interesting to see. I wouldn't be surprised if XRP hits $1 before the morning. Yeah, I mean, it could happen. We still need to break 92 cents. Like, I've been talking about this for a little bit of time on this channel. Like, 92 cents is the big area. Like, just to give you guys a quick insight, let me go back to the 3-day chart. So let me show you this real quick. So the reason why I look at 92 cents is like, look at the resistance here. Like, there's so much resistance here, and every single time that we break that 92 cent zone, that's when the big moves really start to happen in a very impulsive way. So 92 cents could very well be our impulsive decision on XRP's price chart. And by the way, this thing on the 3-day chart looks incredible, by the way. But let's go back to the 15-minute chart. That way we have real-time views. XLM came out of XRP. Yeah, XLM was an original fork of XRP. They're very close, tied to each other. These are two assets that I hold heavily. The G20 is meeting in September with the new regulations. Well, it's funny because the FSB, their regulatory framework that they just released yesterday, was in collaboration with the G20, the BIS, and the IMF. It was all instructed by the G20 for them to have this global regulatory framework in place. It's kind of wild that it's all aligning. It all aligned right after the case got completely finished. Let me see. Someone said Bitcoin is waking up. I just looked. Could be something. I think that Bitcoin. So the way that I looked at it was Bitcoin's coming back down to 27 to 28K. And then from there, we will have a spring to about 40K plus. So I do think that this year is extremely bullish for crypto. And I'm really focused on, the money market funds. For those that are not focused on the money market funds, there's about $6 trillion waiting on the sidelines, and it's all betting on a recession, right? So what happens when a recession doesn't happen? What happens when, Bitcoin starts to break out? And what happens when all-time highs are getting broken? Well, guess what? That money's going to flood in. $6 trillion worth. There's a lot of money. So let me see. They're pumping XLM with some XRPs. Then they will buy or pump XRP with some XLMs. Very satisfying? Maybe. It's a good way of thinking about it, I suppose. What's wild is if you say minted a token on the XRP ledger, now your token is regulated as compared to, say, any coin. Yeah, I think that, honestly, like, when we really kind of look at what's happening around this space, like regulations, probably within the next 2 years, we'll see regulations around crypto. We'll probably see a wipeout of all the garbage too. And then what will rise is the regulated utility tokens of the future, if you will. All right, so guys, this is the deal. We've been streaming for about 53 minutes. I want you guys to flood the chat with hashtag XRP and XLM Army. Flood the chat with hashtag XRP XLM Army. And also hit that like button if you guys haven't already. We are coming up on the hour mark of this live stream. Told you guys this is going to be an hour live stream, just really kind of looking at the price chart. It seems like some moves are being made. But as we really kind of look at what's happening around this space, guys, this is, whether it be a week from now, a month from now, or a year from now, we will look back on some of these prices and we will just be surprised from where we came from, even going all the way back to just 2022 to now. In one whole year, things have changed significantly around XRP. And I see so much love out there in the chat. Thank you, everyone out there that is a part of the live stream right now. You guys are, I'm telling you guys, listen, this channel has some of the most incredible people tied to it. All of you out there that are subscribed, that are in the chat, that, come out to these live streams, I'm telling you, you're all incredible individuals. You guys see the vision. You see what's happening around the space. You value utility. You value what's happening. You're awake while 99% of the general public is asleep. They are asleep at the wheel. They don't realize what is going on. You guys are the future 1%. If you are holding XRP today, I'm telling you, in time, Let it be known, patience is a virtue. Patience has paid off significantly for those that have been holding XRP. While the regulators were telling you to sell, the regulators were telling you that XRP is a security. You had the Bitcoin maxis, the Ethereum maxis. They were all coming out of the woodwork telling you that XRP is garbage, XRP is this, XRP is that. Now they can't stop talking about XRP. They're sitting here and they're saying, oh, XRP, they're still hating on it. But they can't stop talking about it. They can't stop. You know why? They are fearful of what's happening. They are fearful of what will happen. I've talked about it many, many times. In my opinion, XRP could very well flip Bitcoin for the #1 spot when we start to see major FOMO brew. And what will that FOMO be? Previous all-time high being broken? Maybe the 2021 high being broken? FOMO will happen. And when it does, everything is going to change from here on out. I'm telling you. Can't even trust Neo. He's a Biden supporter? What? What's going on with that? Gary Gensler got pimp smacked. Love to see it. Love to see it. Thanks for all your work, Nick. Legendary. Hey, I appreciate you, Jay. If I want returns in January 2024, is it good to invest in XRP now? I mean, hey, your guess is as good as mine. As we really kind of look at timeframes, I always hate trying to predict timeframes. I just know that as we look at this market, something big is brewing. We have, first off, listen, if you're following the 4-year cycle and the liquidity cycle, if you will, because it's not even the 4-year cycle, it's the theory around liquidity. Technically speaking, 2024 is where we have Bitcoin halving. Typically speaking, Bitcoin pumps heavily around that time. Even if Bitcoin pumps beforehand, right now is the best time to be in this market. The rest of this year is going to be very bullish, in my opinion. I've been saying it. 2023 is a big, monstrous year. I've been saying it ever since the beginning, and even in 2022. When we've seen FTX happen, I remember specifically saying 2023 is going to be extremely bullish because what we've seen from FTX was a black swan event. And ever since FTX, it's been uphill. It's been uphill. So, to me personally, like, this year is going to be very bullish for crypto. All the way up until, 2024, we'll probably see some major gains. In 2024 itself, like Q1, we could still see some great gains, but I do think that we will start to see things kind of slow down a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised, right? I would not be surprised if, no, I've read, trust me, I've read your comments, Art Caffeine. Don't worry, I've read them. Is it possible that XRP can reach Bitcoin price 60K per coin? No. And if it does, we're talking about many, many years in the future. But nonetheless, like I was saying, if we really kind of look at this market, 2024, it's definitely questionable. In my opinion, as we look at the short-term price action, I think that, like I said, 2023 is going to be very bullish. If you're following what Credible Crypto is saying, he's talking a little bit about a topping point for, Bitcoin roughly around the end of the year. It would be something that I would be looking forward to, considering the fact that it will surprise and shock many that are waiting for the 4-year cycle theory and the Bitcoin halving and this and that. Again, I always like to go against the herd. The herd is saying that no all-time highs this year, and they're saying that. I even seen so many people saying that 2023 was going to be so bearish. They were saying that FTX was not the end of it. There goes Binance, there goes Coinbase. Everyone was so bearish leading up until 2023, and then guess what? January came. And then everything changed, because guess what we seen in January? Oh yeah, that's right, the big moves. I mean, big moves started to happen right around 2023, January. And then that's when everyone's narrative started to change. So, with that being said, thank you to everyone that has stopped by the live stream today. There has been over 600 people in here all at once. We have about 360 likes on this live stream. Guys, thank you, everyone. Thank you everyone that stopped by to this late night live stream. It's about 1 a.m. right now. I've been live streaming for about almost an hour long. We will start to do a little bit more live streams here soon. That way I can connect with a lot of you a little bit more. Like I said, you guys are absolutely incredible. You always kill it. You always come in and support the channel. I cannot tell you guys how much I appreciate that, and I'm so thankful for it. Without you guys, this channel would be nothing. But I'm going to wrap this live stream up. Thank you to everyone that stopped by. And you guys already know what it is, right? If you guys did enjoy the live stream, definitely hit that like button, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.